And definitely smell the rain when it's raining.
All
right. Is that everybody? Okay, go ahead. Last one.
I might smell the type of wood that's on the trees.
Oh, interesting. Go ahead.
That's it.
That's it? Okay. So the type of wood, like the trees and the wood around you might smell different, okay, depending on what it is. Okay. Awesome. So thank you for going on a 5 senses walk virtually. All right.
Welcome.
Okay. So now this is the time where you are going to need a piece of paper. It could be anything. It could be if you have a notebook, you can use that. If you just have, a sheet of paper, receipt, something, anything that's around you, go ahead and grab a sheet of paper and then something to write with. You could have a pencil, pen, marker, crayon, whatever you have is fine, okay? And then go ahead and give me a thumbs up when you're ready. We'll wait a few more seconds for everybody to get their materials. Oh my gosh, Kia, you're so excited. Noelle's ready. Zakaya. Okay, I can't see everyone when I'm presenting, but I'm assuming, okay, I see somebody else coming with paper. Cassie. Awesome. All right, Maya. Beautiful. All right, so for this activity, this is mindful art, right? So we're going to be doing art. We're going to be paying attention to our breath as we draw, right? And again, we're going back to like our one of our expectations at the beginning, right? We're not going to judge ourselves. We're going to be open. And so I know sometimes when we say, oh, we're going to do art, some people are like, oh, I don't know how to draw. Don't even worry about that because this is not what that is, okay? This is just free flowing. We're going to match our breath and we're going to put our pen or marker, whatever you have, down to the paper. And we're going to just draw whatever your breath feels like, okay? All right, so go ahead and get your writing utensil ready. And for this, we are going to close our eyes, okay? Because again, we're not judging ourselves. We're just feeling the breath and putting it down on paper. You don't have to close them super tight, Layla. She's like, let me close them really tight. All right, so you're going to go ahead and close your eyes. Everybody, I'm not going to be able to see you because I'm closing my eyes too. So I'm trusting that we're all doing this together. All right, and we're going to inhale and exhale, and you're going to draw what your inhale. I'm so sorry, my doggy is doing his thing. But you're going to inhale, exhale through your nose, okay? And you're going to draw what your breath feels like. So, and everybody's is going to look different, and that's perfectly fine, okay? All right, so go ahead and close your eyes. First, inhale. Inhale. And exhale.
Draw right now?
You're not drawing your name. You're just feeling the breath. So like whether that's a line or a circle or a drawing, whatever it is,
Oh,
you're gonna breathe and you're just gonna put your pen down or your pen, your marker, whatever down, and you're just gonna put it down as you're inhaling and exhale. Like you're focusing on your breath and not really what is coming out. Okay, not what's on the paper. You're gonna close your eyes, remember, so you can't see it. Okay, ready? All right, so close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. All right. You can go ahead and put your pen, your marker down. Okay. So before we even look at our drawings, okay, don't worry about that. I just want you to tell me, what did that feel like for you? What did that feel like to just do it with your eyes closed and just focusing on your breath? Who wants to share? Like you can say, I have 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, Kia.
So basically, when I was breathing in, I just went up and then did a loop when we were breathing out.
Okay, all right. So up and then loops. I see. Yeah, I can see it. What did it feel like? What did you feel when you were doing that?
It felt relaxing.
Relaxing. Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing. All right.
You're welcome.
Layla has her hand up.
If I'm being honest, like I just went crazy.
You what?
I went crazy in the moment.
Okay, that's okay. Hey, that's actually good that you're noticing that. So why do you think? Because I noticed like when we were about to start, you were kind of excited. Is that right or no?
I'm always happy.
You're always happy. Well, I like that. That's cool. So then you felt like you were all over the place. So what did you feel?
You know, a little bit of what's it called? I'm energetic.
Energetic. Okay, I like that word. Okay, energetic.
Look,
Let me see. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of lines there.
I feel shade.
That's cool because it tells you, it kind of like the way that you draw your breath is kind of telling you what you're feeling sometimes. Okay. All right. Who else wants to share? I see Zakaya.
It was like calming, but I like drew like a line and then like yeah, it was a lot going on.
That's okay. That's awesome. And Noelle, and then Cassie. And then I think
It felt like I was doing it felt like I was doing good at this is my job.
Okay, awesome. Remember, no judgment. So there's no good or bad. It just is, right? Because it's your breath. Beautiful. All right. Cassie.
When I closed my eyes and took deep breaths, I kind of went in my mind, so it was peaceful.
Let's see. Okay. Great. All right. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the names mixed up again. That's Nadia? Yes.
I felt like that. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing, but at the same time, it was very calming.
Plumbing. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. All right. That's one way you could do mindful art, right? You're not really thinking about what you're drawing and you're not putting any judgment on it. You're just feeling what you're drawing, just feeling whatever comes out. All right. And then, okay, this kind of reminds me of you guys saying like, oh, it's all over the place. This is my slide that's all over the place. So I have some examples of mindful art, mindful movement, and mindful quiet, right? So there's some activities that you can do that, yeah, maybe they're a little bit loud, especially if you're outside or you're doing it with someone else or with a group. But there's also some that you can do that are very quiet and peaceful. So here are some ideas. And I know we're kind of running out of time, but I'm going to still try to go through them. So coloring, knitting, making friendship bracelets. I know I made friendship bracelets with some of you back last month when I met a few of you. There's Play-Doh, drawing, painting. Painting is one of my favorites that I like to do, where I'm only focused on what I'm painting and not really thinking about anything else. Okay, being very mindful. For mindful movement, we've got yoga, meditation, sports, taking a walk with a friend, running around, playing tag, right? Those are all movement-based. Like you're only focused on what you're doing, not very distracted. You're just focused on moving and doing your activity, usually outside. You could also do it inside. I do my yoga inside sometimes. All right, and then mindful quiet. So listening to music, going outside, maybe you sit outside or walk outside, doing a puzzle. I saw some of you have dogs, maybe some of you have cats, petting your animal, and doing some writing. Again, you could do your gratitude journaling as well as a mindful quiet activity. Okay, and then just something to think about. I know, well, let me ask, how many of you guys have phones or tablets or screens? And how many of you spend lots of time on those screens? Yeah, me too. I'm guilty, okay? And parents, if some of you are in here, yeah, we're guilty of being on our phones a lot. But you can also use your phone to help you be more mindful. So I did put, I'm not going to click onto these, but I did put links to some apps that actually help you do meditations and mindfulness practice on your phone. So they're kind of like short, some of them have short videos, some of them have activities. You could always go to YouTube and look up videos. If you liked the nature walk, you could always look up a different one. There's so many different options. So these are just some Smiling Mind, Ninja Focus, Calm, YouTube, Go Noodle, the Emotional Awareness playlist specifically on Go Noodle, and then the Mindfulness Teacher. So these are all good ways to use your phone in a way that is mindful and not super distracting all the time. Because I know we're on TikTok, right? Maybe not TikTok, YouTube shorts, videos, games. Yeah, and that's okay, but it's also important to like not always be on those, right? Okay, so another thing you can do is you can use a timer. You can take a break. You can keep the phone away from you. So if you're doing a mindful activity like drawing or painting, maybe making sure that your phone is not right next to you, because guess what? You're going to get distracted and then you're not going to be able to do your painting and your drawing and your mindful activity. Flip it upside down. Sometimes when I have my phone, I just flip it upside down and like I can't see it. I turn off the notifications and I try to just do my mindful practice without looking at it. Okay. And then just trying to do things without it so that you get more used to being mindful of what you're actually doing. So if any of you have chores, you guys have chores to do? No? Yes, some of you? Okay. So like focusing on the task that you're doing and not trying to do two things at once, right? Because sometimes we want to be looking at the TV and looking at the phone and trying to do our homework. And guess what? That's going to make everything harder to do, right? Harder to do it and be mindful about it. So those are just some tips on mindful phone use. All right, now we're going to get to some. Oh, this was just like a restaurant menu. So this is something that I like to do in like on my, I do use my phone to make my list sometimes or on paper, make a list of all the things that I like to do. So that way, when I am bored or when I need a break, I can just look at my menu, right? Kind of like a restaurant menu. I can look at it and be like, oh, okay, I think I'm going to pick this today. I think today is a good day to go on a walk, or today is a good day to work on my garden, right? These are all mindful activities that are already on my menu, and then I can just choose. We were gonna like try to do our own menu, but I know we're running out of time. So that's something that you guys can do on your own. You can just use a piece of paper, write down all the things that you like to do, okay? All right. So I will be taking questions, but I will also be asking some questions. And I know Miss Rochelle said that she's giving a prize or something to whoever answers questions.